How's it going, everybody? It is your boy Nightmare Zen coming back to you again. Some more Season 3 breakdowns for Dragon Ball Fighters. We're going to be talking about the Prince himself, the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta, Super Saiyan Edition with the blonde hair. This character, oh man, top 3 assists easy, man. Beforehand of them introducing no assists. One of the best assists in the game, in my eyes, free. Okay, even afterwards, them nerfing it, was still something that you had to deal with. Pretty problematic. You know, while this character had some shortcomings, you know, it was not the most amazing consideration to some other characters. It was still a really solid pick. This would be one character that you would see every now and then still. So, you know, hopefully they've improved upon the Prince some. Hopefully, you know, I don't think he needs a whole lot of love, but anything would be nice for this character that's already super solid. So let's see if the Prince is, you know, risen to even more greatness or has fallen to the wayside. Alright, let's see here. Alright, Super Saiyan Vegeta. A crouching medium attack. Increase this as moving during attack, increase the attacks cover at the frames, increase recovery, slow startup. Alright, so like I'm looking on like event hubs for like this change for like 2M, right? And I was looking at it prior. Well, like afterwards of like looking at this, like what about you know, looking at it on my own accord, and like 2M doesn't seem like as if like that it received these changes, especially in accordance to like old frame data that I'm looking at. Attack startup is still 10. Still like, you know, recovers at 30. Well, full as far as like move is 31 frames. I don't see as far as to like some of these changes, besides the fact that potentially the attack's active frames could have been increased. So this probably is a typo. The distance of the move may have been improved, but most definitely like not all of this stuff is something that is factual here. So I do have some other stuff that's been presented to me in regards to 2M, where that the hitbox of it has been made taller. And as far as with it, that is to be the case, which it does seem like that is the case, because beforehand, that used to be something where like it was a little harder to go about doing. Either way, if that's the case, this makes it so doing stuff like banish and whatnot would be a little easier to do, because yeah, that normally did not hit like that before. So just off of test, I'm gonna go about believing that portion. Event host, I think he got it wrong this time when it comes to that, so I'm just gonna scratch that off. Like I said, the distance of the attack may have been affected, like may have been increased. The potential active frames and the height may be something in conjunction where like they may just be mixing it up. So yeah, we're just gonna go with the fact that the move probably has some more distance. Could be the case, but the active frames, the hitbox, it's probably like something that's more on par. Let's see. Standard special. Extended the base of the attack's hitbox upward and adjust the hitbox. So there are some times, at least there were some times whenever like you used to do this, and if they were like up in the air, whenever you were hitting them with it, sometimes it wouldn't hit correctly. So hopefully this will remedy this. With the adjusted hurt box portion, I'm assuming talking about in regards to like hitting Vegeta. I've never personally had too hard of a time of hitting him in this scenario, but who knows? Really not the biggest of deal. You should still use this anyways. I mean, he has a really good projectile. Alright, of course they adjusted the blowback of it too. Super dash kick. Pretty much the air actions that you had were affected by it beforehand when you used to use it within certain situations. So now when you use it, it doesn't just take away from you utilizing those actions. I thought it was weird beforehand. I thought it was just something where like I was just tripping, but apparently that used to be the case. So now like that's something the quality of life change they went about fixing. So thank you, you know. What else? Crushing knee kick, which is the DP, or at least the heavy version. They made it so when you use it now that you teleport behind your opponent for follow up, and it does a ground bounce. This does allow for some potential follow-ups. Not terrible. I mean, usually if you use this assist, you're probably gonna have your back to the corner, so I appreciate something like that. It can work. The only problem with it is that and the idea of repositioning, like, you know, if you want to keep them going within the same way, you gotta vanish. But if you do have an assist on hand, ooh, okay, oh, okay, YouTube, you didn't see anything. You didn't see that. So, yeah, as far as with that, that's a pretty good change. You know, like I said, normally you'd use this, you know, when your back's against the wall anyways, you know, when you're feeling a little pressured. So, this could work out within Vegeta's favor for sure. Alright, and the Big Bang attack, medium, plus heavy version. So that version that shoots downward, just the blowback for mid-air version, pretty much to make it to be intended to like be easier to combo afterwards if you're utilizing it. You know, when you go into like seed changes and things like that. So this quality of life stuff. With that being said, I mean, there's not a whole lot of change about Vegeta. This being a little bit better is nice. Because like I said, there were some times where like this would just go about missing, especially when you were trying to pick up those conversions sometimes. Besides that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff that really changed with him. This really subtle stuff. It's kind of like Super Saiyan Goku, except, you know, they didn't cut his arm off, you know? Thankfully. Anyways, though, seeing like the Prince of Saiyans has remained within his rightful place. Alright, let's look at Vegeta's assist. For his B-type, we have the Super Dash Kick. Real simple attack, 25 frames. As far as with it, not bad for what it is. Personally, I would say that I'm not really feeling it that much, but if you want to use it, it's there. I want to see the blocks done on this. I mean, it's not bad. They do block it at least. You do get some nice pressure to be able to apply to them. So if you want to use it, it's there. And then you have the crushing knee kick. It's boom, 45 frames. It's alright. Goes over to them with the DP. Of course, knocks him back down, just like how the heavy version would work now. When it comes to comboing, it's not bad. There were some times beforehand when I used to try to use this. It'd be a little awkward. So this is going to be something that's probably like kind of character dependent as to if this will really be something that you want to utilize or not. Sad part about the attack is that it does not follow into the air. But it does last long enough that if you want to like spike them down into it from the air, it is possible. It's just that you have some characters that, you know, they would like to do other stuff besides that. But the option is at least there. So, not bad. In my personal opinion, with the assists, I think the A-type kind of goes about beating out the other two, but to be fair, these other two assists, they're doing something different than the A-type assist does in a way. B-type is a little bit more consistent due to it being something you can't super dash or reflect, you know, during the middle of it. It does take out that mind game aspect of where it's like, yo, you just have to hold my pressure. And it comes out pretty fast. And then the C-type, you know, it can go about giving you a conversion, probably in some situations where A-type wouldn't do too well in. So they all kind of like can serve their own little like niche of things. Yeah, just play around with them, see whatever feels good to you. I think all of them within the right situation can do just fine. I'm just used to like mind gaming people with A-type, so that's just where my head is at with it. But they're not terrible. All of them work as intended at least. So he at least has that going for him in consideration to some other assists. So use whatever feels good to you. All of them can do their job and do it well. My final verdict whenever it comes to Super Saiyan Vegeta is that the Prince, you know, he survived. You know, he's still looking pretty good. A little subtle changes, but again, sometimes it's all that you really need. I think that he is a character that, you know, has always, you know, been like a niche pick, and still one of those niche picks that is not per se bad. I just feel like there's some other options that just have a little bit more sauce than he does to bring to the table. But you can't argue with consistency, okay? Consistency is really good, and that's what this character is. These changes that they've gave him, probably not going to be too game changing, but the quality of life stuff given may help out to make him so that, you know, he's just going along that context of being the consistent character that he has been, you know. And they didn't nerf anything on him, so like, you know, if you want to play with Super Saiyan Vegeta, you know, he's there. Like he does the job well. And he's also on the smaller side of the character, so can't get away with a few extra shenanigans. And you know, he's not bad within like team placement either. You can pretty much put him anywhere and do just fine. And I do think having extra assists will help him out too. He is a character that, well, has a really good assist, can be really good with having assists behind him. So you may just see more of him on point. Just something that I was kind of playing around with in later portions of Season 2. So who knows? With that being said, how y'all feeling about Super Saiyan Vegeta? Y'all like the Prince? You know, are y'all disliking him? You know, are these changes something that's a big deal to you? Personally, like I said, I think that this, in context especially of the game's changes, will probably breathe a little bit of life into him, especially being there's new assists to play around with. So hopefully we'll see some more of him within like some different positions, you know, ideally point with having some assists behind him. Anyways though, that's gonna be it for me. It's been your boy Nightmare Zen. So thank y'all for checking out this video. I already know the drill. Time to hit you with that YouTube lingo. Say what is the mix? Like, comment, subscribe. Did you check that share button? Until next time, y'all. It's been your boy. Y'all take care as always. Check me out my other social media platforms. And y'all take care.